right. Okay, so my name is Olivia Crossan and I'm a Coastal Programmes Officer within Taisce working on the Blue Flag and Clean Coast programme. And I'm going to talk today more about the positive aspects of our programmes and what kind of impact we've been having on water quality and marine litter over the past number of years. So we're an NGO, so we rely on funding from other sources. So Blue Flag is funded by the Department of the Environment, and Clean Coast, our core funding is from the Department of the Environment, Coca-Cola and Fáilte Ireland. So on Blue Flag, the two most relevant aspects of the programme is water quality and safety, which Ronan actually touched on, so I'll probably fly through that. And then the Clean Coast, I'll be kind of mentioning marine litter and some of the initiatives you can get involved in as a surfer or as a surf club or group to tackle this issue. So the Blue Flag, just a brief overview, we have 76 Blue Flag beaches in Ireland and 4 marinas. It's an international programme with over 48 countries worldwide taking part, and over 4,000 beaches are Blue Flag beaches in the world. We test for 2 microbiological parameters, fecal colibacteria and intestinal streptococci. Now, these are tested under the Bathing Water Directive, EU directive, and we have been actually implementing this directive since 2012, but it doesn't actually come into legislative effect until next year. So we've been kind of pioneering that at the moment for the last few years. The Blue Flag, it is we like to encourage that public awareness as well. We like to raise awareness for the public. So when you visit a Blue Flag beach, you'll see a sign here or an information board, and every week, once in every 30 days, the water must be tested between the months of the 1st of June and the middle of September. And when you visit a beach, you'll see an information board, and it will have current water quality that the local authority must supply to the beach user. There's also a website called Splash, which is the EPA have put together, and it has not just the Blue Flag beaches but also all identified bathing waters in Ireland, so they will have excellent water quality, etc. And it's really broken down quite simply for the beach user. If it's below 250 colony forming units, it's excellent bathing water for E. coli and similar for intestinal, and then if it's a red sad face, it tells you that the water quality is not fit for swimming in. If there is a major pollution event, the HSE will be notified, also the EPA, and the Blue Flag will be taken down, and beach users will be made aware that it's not safe to swim in the water. So safety, as Ronan mentioned, the Irish Water Safety assess beaches, all Blue Flag beaches, and each local authority must have a risk assessment for all Blue Flag beaches. So that will ensure that the appropriate control measures are taken. So lifeguards must be must be present on all Blue Flag beaches. There must also be ring buoys and the appropriate signage. We also run the Green Coast Award. Now, you're more likely to be surfing on a Green Coast Award than a Blue Flag beach. It's a rural beach award, but it must meet the same water quality as the Blue Flag. So this is Streeja here. I don't know if any of you have been out during the week surfing in Streeja. It's absolutely beautiful. Other beaches like Dunmoran in Sligo, Carnoustie and Cross in County Mayo, they're all Green Coast Award beaches. So moving on to the citizen engagement aspect of the Clean Coast programme, we engage communities in the protection of their coastal environment. Now, the Clean Coast has been running for over 10 years now. We have over 400 groups nationwide with over 18,000 people taking part. That's just the spread of our groups. The pink areas are the areas that have been adopted, and the blue areas stand for community groups, the green areas for schools. So we have surf clubs, schools, as I mentioned, tidy towns groups. Anybody can get involved. Some people take part in the clean-up once a year, others are out every week. So tomorrow we'll be organising a clean-up, and I'll talk a little bit about that afterwards. We also are running 2 more initiatives because the programme's grown so much that not everyone can get involved with group activities, and they want to get involved and kind of just take responsibility for themselves when they're visiting the beach. So the 2-minute beach clean and the Beat the Microbeater are 2 other initiatives that we've gotten involved with just this year. I'll go through the coastal cleanups. So our stats for 2013, there were over 715 cleanups with over 18,000 volunteers, and it's estimated that 500,000 pieces of litter were moved from the coastline. And I suppose a conservative figure for the economic value of all these hours spent by volunteers on the beach is €1,200,000. Just valued on their hours spent by the beach. So you can see it's absolutely amazing the amount of positivity. Like, I've been privileged to work with groups for the last 6 years. I spent 3 years in Cork and 3 years here in Sligo, but I work between Mayo, Sligo and Donegal. And when you meet a community group and they just want to get something done, so whether it be a school, sometimes you can't get primary schools off the beach until they've every single last piece of litter picked, so it's absolutely brilliant. We also have a Clean Coast Week, and twice a year we run litter surveys. Tomorrow we'll be organising one, but we also hold one during May, and we found that 3 main offenders for items found on beaches were recreational, so plastic bottles, fishing, so loads of rope. You'll find that a lot of the beaches on the west coast, a lot of shipping and fishing litter washes up, and then sewage related items such as cotton bud sticks. So if you visit a beach and you think that you see lollipop sticks, they're more likely to be cotton bud sticks. And these are actually a serious indicator of pollution on your beach. A regional seas report for the Division of Office or Ocean Affairs and Laws at Sea found that 70% of the items found are actually on the seabed, or items discarded or lost at sea are found on the seabed, whereas 15 wash up on our beaches. Now, the litter surveys we carry out, obviously they have limitations, but they are indicative of what is out there floating around and the actual industries that are causing this pollution. There's also, I just lost my train of thought there. So tomorrow we'll be organising a litter survey, so I'll be delighted if you could all come along to that, and I'll speak about that in a minute. The 2-minute beach clean. So this is where individuals can take the time out. Maybe they can't get involved with a group, or they want to do a little bit more when they visit a beach. So I'll just pass it around. I actually did a 2-minute beach clean just down in Strand Hill yesterday. And these are just some of the items I found. Now, there's kind of recreational, so there's milk bottles and regular bottles there. There's pieces of strapping bands, which are indicative of the shipping industry. And there's agricultural plastic from fertilizer bags. So if you want to pass that around, just to give you an idea of what you can do on 2 minutes on the beach. It was an idea that Martin Dorey came up with in Britain, and we just got involved in the initiative this year. So we're actually we're asking groups to take a picture of what they find and post it onto our Instagram at Clean Coast hashtag 2-minute beach clean. And what we're going to do is actually analyse each of the pictures by a county basis and look at the most common items that are cropping up and actually kind of heighten awareness amongst our beach users about the types of litter. We're also hoping to develop a 2-minute beach clean app, so when you do your 2-minute beach clean you can itemise what you find, and that will also go into a findings report. So moving on from that, the Beat the Microbead is another initiative that we got involved with. The Plastic Soup Foundation and the North Sea Foundation initially came up with this initiative in 2012, and since then it's grown. It's got an amazing amount of NGOs working worldwide on this campaign. A microbead is, I suppose, it's a minute piece of plastic that is used in a lot of our personal care items such as face scrubs, toothpastes, and what happens is it goes from the bathroom into our sewers. Wastewater treatment plants can't actually they can't filter out these pieces of plastic, so inevitably it ends up in our rivers, lakes and oceans, where there it's absorbed or eaten by sea creatures. And obviously we're at the top of the food chain, so it can enter our food sources as well. So it's important that we kind of keep an eye on what we're buying in, on these products. There has been an app actually developed for it. I'll go back to that in a second. The app, if you scan items in the supermarket, it will tell you whether it contains the microplastics or not. So red indicates that there are microplastics. The orange lets you know that there are microplastics, but the company has pledged to stop using these microplastics in their items. And then the green lets you know that it's safe to use. So what we're asking worldwide for this campaign, that manufacturers stop using microbeads, retailers to stop using products, consumers to download the app and check if the personal care products contain microbeads, and for consumers to stop buying products containing microbeads, and for governments to ban microbeads. So there have been moves towards this over the past while. So it's beatthemicrobead.org if you want to find out more information on that. And as you can see, Ireland, you can download all the information for these products, whereas other countries are just in the development stage. So tomorrow, I've organised a beach clean ourselves. Myself and Becky works with me here on Clean Coast as well. So we've organised a beach clean in Strand Hill tomorrow at 11 a.m. Now I know there's a big night out tonight, so hopefully we'll see some of you tomorrow. It'll be a great way to blow off the cobwebs. And Shell's Cafe have very kindly offered us a brunch deal for anybody that comes along and takes part. There'll be a bacon baguette and a coffee, or a Danish and a coffee for you. And I'll also be asking people to take part in the National Litter Survey, which actually plugs into an international litter survey that the Ocean Conservancy hold annually. And we will compile all the information nationwide and send that off to them. And in return, they send us a worldwide report outlining the main offenders that are washing up on our beaches worldwide. So hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. And if you have any questions, feel free to